If you're trying to decide between getting an indoor rower or an indoor bike, there are 10 differences that you must know before making that decision. This is Colin Jenkins with Connect the Watts, where we cover the latest connected fitness news, reviews, tips, and guides, and we're starting right now. One of the things that makes indoor cycling so attractive is just how beginner friendly it is. There's minimal technique or skill or even mobility required in order to get a good workout, so almost anybody can just plop right onto the bike to get started. Rowing, on the other hand, has a bit higher of a technique requirement. Now, it's by no means a lot, and you should be able to develop some decent technique by simply watching a few videos and prioritizing your form. But if you want something that is the most beginner-friendly piece of exercise equipment, then the bike is likely going to be a better choice. When deciding which exercise equipment to get in your home, often the space requirement is an extremely important factor. And this is where rowers shine, as when stored up right, they are usually the most space efficient cardio equipment available. The Ergotta, for example, takes up just a little over 1.5 square feet of room, whereas the Peloton takes up over 10 square feet. So if you want something that takes up the most minimal space, then the rower is going to be the better option. Now, cycling only really utilizes the lower half of your body, which is why they often come with these. Whereas rowing, it utilizes both your lower and upper body at once, which allows for a more complete full body workout. This means that you'll build more upper body strength and endurance, and with good form also develop better posture, since you'll be doing a lot of pulling, which helps counter our crouched shoulders forward position that most of us spend much of our day in. And it also means that you can burn a lot more calories in a shorter time period, which leads me to number 4. Look, you can get a great workout in on either the bike or the rower within just 20 minutes. But all things being equal, if you spend 20 minutes on the bike and the rower, you're probably going to do a lot more work on the rower. When riding an indoor bike, I typically take 30 to 60 minute classes, whereas on the rower, I generally just need to shoot for 15 to 30 minute workouts in order to achieve the same effect. A tough 60-minute row, which I have done a few times, is significantly more taxing than the equivalent 60-minute bike ride. So if you're someone who is short on time or just prefer shorter, more intense workouts, then the rower is also going to be a great fit. And by the way, if you're finding this video helpful and you want to continue getting more content just like this, make sure to click on the subscribe button. Okay, back to difference number 5. One of the negatives about the rower is that your hands are always on the handles. And this can be problematic if you like to work, which I know some people do while they exercise. And it can even make it difficult just to be able to get in a sip of water. Indoor bikes give you a lot more hand freedom, which allows you to have a more relaxing experience and one where you can do other things with your hands, like check your email, text your friends, or interact with the leaderboard. Another big factor when deciding on exercise equipment is the cost. And here you're gonna find indoor bikes and rowers to be pretty comparable. A top of the line connected fitness rower like Ergotta or Hydrow or the NordicTrack R900 will typically cost between $1,300 and $2,000. Similar to a higher end bike like the NordicTrack S22i or the Peloton bike, although the Peloton Bike Plus does cost a bit more than that. And you can also find good options for both rowers and bikes under $1,000, such as the Echelon rower or the NordicTrack R500. Finding a good rower under $500 though is not something that is easy to do, whereas there are a few decent options for bikes like the Renpho AI bike and the Uceda indoor cycling bike. Personally, I definitely wouldn't say one is better than the other. I tend to split my time pretty evenly between both. But if you only have to choose one, I think you really need to look at all of these factors to see which equipment would be the best overall for you. And if you want to know some of the reasons why I love the Ergotta rower, make sure to watch the video I made on that here. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great rest of the day, and I'll see you next time.